no, 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 no. I, yes, I did say I would use that song for an intro, but I was just kidding. I can't play that song on YouTube. Why? First of all, copyright infringement, and the lyrics of that song will probably get me kicked off YouTube. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Production team. Okay, let's work on another song. Until then, let's let her rip. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's Wrestling Gold Friday night. Yes, a little early this week. I got a thing to do later tonight. Well, not too much later. Not too much later. Like the, not like my younger days. Let's just say that. But I did find out one thing today. Uh, I see. I just done it already. Thought about it, was going to mention it, and I did it. I say way too much. I've probably mentioned this before, but sometimes this almost sounds like a Jeff Jarrett 1986 Memphis promo when he first started. Go back and watch them. Not the kind of thing to draw money, really. Just a lot of, well, Lance, I got me and Billy Travis here. We we got the Japanese connection this week. Uh, Lance, another thorn in our side. Is Bad Company. Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. Yeah, we're gonna try our best to get those Southern Tag Team titles back. That was typical Jeff Jarrett 1986. And I guess you could you call it promo then, or just an interview? An interview to hype up. Uh, did it again. Caught myself. The interview to hype up the Monday Night Mid South Coliseum show. So I'm going to try my best. Do not say a lot. I was mentioning it to somebody today at the office, and he said, "Look, when you talk, sometimes you pause. It's just when you're in front of the camera, go ahead, take that pause. Just take the pause and just go back into it. Sometimes you get you have 15 words you want to say, but you got to pause and you just want to blurt out And I noticed it last night because I was watching some of the. It did again. I was watching some of the some of last night's live stream, and good gosh, I'm not the most glib speaker in the world, I know, but if I can calm that down a lot and just try to be as smoothly as I can without so many uhs, uhs. Oh, oh, that didn't sound right. Sorry, childrens. But I am going out later tonight, so I will say toast to everybody, to all the hardworking men and women who grinded it out this week, did the grind, and to those people who are having to work this weekend, we salute you as well. But tonight I don't have beer because I am going to be driving shortly, so I'm not going to drink a beer right yet. But I will still say I I got a Coke. I didn't have no cold Gatorade or water in the refrigerator, so I gotta go with a Coke. Hopefully this won't make me sick 'cause I haven't eaten anything yet. But cheers to you. Uh, let's just pretend there's a little, Jack JD in here. Yeah. Hopefully don't make me sick. But yes, this is Wrestling Gold Friday night. The usual. Still gonna do the format, the live stream. We'll go through a history of what happened on this date in history. Of course, today is February 14th, Bum Smackenstein Day. So you're out with your girl, got me on, got the earplugs in, or you might watch me later after your girl goes to sleep. Don't forget to give her a good smack on the bum. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's Valentine's Day. Still, give her a good smack. But so yeah, we're going to do the watch along. We've got USWA 1994. So if you are joining me live, go ahead, hang out with me in a chat. Give us some of your memories of anything I bring up tonight. Also, if you don't have anything to bring up, any memories, just be friendly, say hello. That's always cool. I know this is earlier than usual. I was always thinking about starting this earlier. Maybe next year. Let's work on this year. I know I can't do it earlier than 8 o'clock. Both of them. Maybe I'm not even talking early next year. I'm talking like late next year, or it might be March, April next year. I'll could probably start a little, maybe from instead of 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. But yeah, on earlier tonight to talk to you folks about the good old days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling, and it's still real to us. Damn it! I need to get a. I need to clip that. The guy who originally said it, cool guy. I met him a couple times. He was kind of an internet sensation there for a good bit. Was on talk shows and stuff like that. But yeah, so join me in the chat just to say hello. That's always cool. And if you're not watching this live, hey, in the comments, share your memories of anything I discussed this evening. Also, if you ain't got nothing, don't want to share a memory, just be friendly. Say hello. Uh, Nothing wrong with being nice. I dig hellos. Or what's up? How you doing? How's your or you know, in the South, it's like how you mom and them, or how about it? I haven't used that phrase in so freaking long. I used to say it all the freaking time. That was like my thing. How about it? How about it? I grew out of it. didn't really grow out of it. Just quit saying it for some reason. Then it was like, "What's up? How you doing, dude? What's up?" That's kind of a thing too. Especially when you intermingle with other people. Yes, I'm kind of rambling along here. But it might be kind of an empty chat tonight because not a good advertiser either. I just put it up last night that it will be starting at 6:30 instead of the usual 8 o'clock. Um, because it says going somewhere tonight. So yeah, if you're not watching this live, say your piece in the chat. Love to hear from people. Also, if you're digging this, click that thumbs up button, and also, last but not least, be a champ. If you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. That is appreciated as well. And don't be like me and forget that notification bell. Click that notification bell. That way, when I have new content come out, it will be available for you to watch. Because do what about 5 shows a week sometimes. I didn't do a Dynamite recap because, quite honestly, I didn't watch it. I was kind of middle of work and stuff like that, and I knew I had big pressure to get this live stream because I kind of like doing the live stream a little better. I don't know what, even though I get to see all my screw ups as they happen, unlike the ones I tape. Well, I do leave a lot of screw ups in there, but it's way worse uh, when I cut it on and start to record a video. Yeah, way worse. Bunch of takes. Bunch of takes of stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into today's history on what happened today in wrestling history. We got some birthday boys. One being Tommy Dreamer. He was born on this date in 1971. So happy birthday, TD Madison. That's how I first encountered or seen a Tommy Dreamer. He was in a fuck. Caught myself again. He was in a tag team with a guy by the name of GQ Madison. And that's what they call him. They were supposedly brothers, but I don't think they were really brothers. Kind of had a. They didn't really wrestle as Steiner like Steiners, but I think they were trying to give off that Steiner vibe with the singlets and all that, but not quite doing suplexes because Taz was also in that promotion. So Taz or the Tasmaniac was already doing the being Mr. Suplex. So TD Madison and GQ Madison didn't do the suplexes. But yeah, that's the first time I or seen Tommy Dreamer, but like I say, he's using the name of TD Madison. Then he became Tommy Dreamer, and when I first seen him as Tommy Dreamer, it wasn't ECW. I think it was still in that ICW promotion. I was like, okay, he looks familiar. Then had to go back look in the magazine. I was like, okay, TD Madison, Tommy Dreamer. Okay, I get it. Wow. But yeah, anyway, it's his birthday today. Also, today's birthday, but he's no longer with us, is Nelson Frazier Jr., otherwise known as Viscera and Mabel. There he is, the biggest push he ever got in his career as King Mabel. Had a championship match at a pay per view. I forgot which one, but he did have a pay per view world title match main event with Diesel. Not such a great match. Trust me on this one. All right, on this day in 1982 in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Cook County Convention Center, not the Mid South Coliseum, but at the Cook County Convention Center. That man right there, Dutch Mantel, boys and girls, we can say it right now. Maybe it is only 6:46 screw it. It is Dutch Mantel. Bad motherfucker. He defeated Jerry the King Lawler for the held up Southern Heavyweight Championship. Also on this date in 1982, Jim Crockett Promotions and had a show in Charlotte, North Carolina. Is a tournament for the vacant NWA World Tag Team Championship. Regional match. Oh, wait a minute. Was this a tournament or just regional? Ooh, I should have looked up the storyline. Anyway, it was a tournament. Might be just a regional tournament. Yeah, I do remember. Okay, they had like different little regional tournaments. Yeah. Anyway, this was the Mid Atlantic leg of the tournament. You had Ole Anderson and Stan Hansen defeated Jay Youngblood and Jake the Snake Roberts. Rowdy Piper and Greg the Hammer Valentine defeated Blackjack Mulligan and Barry Windham. Wonder if he was going. Okay, 82. I think he was Barry Windham. I don't think he. This might have been a little after Blackjack. Yeah, this probably the year after Blackjack Mulligan Jr. because he did go back to Florida and came back as Barry Windham. Or did he? Can't remember that far back. Also in that tournament, Jack and Jerry Briscoe defeated Sergeant Slaughter and Jim Nelson. Austin Idol and Ivan Koloff were defeated by Ray Stevens and Pat Patterson. Then Pat Patterson and Ray Stevens would have gone to defeat Stan Hansen and Ole Anderson. Unfortunately, Patterson suffered a leg injury, forcing the team to vacate the tournament. So the finals of that tournament wound up being Jack and Jerry Briscoe defeating Roddy Piper and Greg Valentine to win the tournament. Two more matches were on that card. Ricky Steamboat defeated Killer Khan. NWA World Champion Ric Flair battled Tommy Rich to a no contest. Scroll on down. On this date, 1986, Florida Championship Wrestling from Florida presented Battle of the Belts 2 on February 14th, 1986 in Orlando, Florida at the Eddie Graham Sports Arena. Didn't tell me how many people drew, but it seemed like a lot of people when I seen the tape. Anyway, Bahamas champion Tyree Pride defeated Ron Slinker. Florida champion Kendall Windham defeated Rocky Aikea. NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion Downtown Danny Brown. I dug that belt. That belt was okay. Defeated the White Ninja. Of course, the White Ninja grew up to become the Great Muta. Lex Luger pinned Jesse Barr to win the Southern title. Bruiser Brody and Wahoo McDaniel battled to a double countout. Road Warriors and Blackjack Mulligan battled to a double countout with Kevin Sullivan, Mark Lewin, and Mai Singh. Of course, that's Bob Roop. And the main event, NWA World Champion Ric Flair battled Barry Windham. Can you guess the finish? Yes, double countout. That's what it said here. It's been a long time since I watched that tape, watched that event. So can't remember off the top of my head. But I know I do vaguely remember the last three matches were kind of smas, disqualification, double count out, something. Ric Flair and Barry Windham went 41 minutes, 41 seconds. All right, on this date in 1987, Jim Crockett Promotions at the Charlotte, North Carolina Coliseum, drawing 8,000 people for a TV taping. Jimmy Garvin pinned George South. Lex Luger defeated Randy Mulkey. NWA TV champion Tully Blanchard defeated Ricky Lee Jones, which was Rick Gibson. Lex Luger defeated Keith Patterson. Tim Horner defeated David Isley. United States Tag Team Champions Ron Garvin and Barry Windham defeated Midnight Express Bobby Eaton, Dennis Condrey via disqualification. Why was there a disqualification, and why does this card matter so far? Well, this ain't gonna happen. Midnight Express got disqualification for as Jim Cornette said he wanted to play the Sheik one day and threw fire at Ron Garver's face. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool little angle. This is when it was revealed that Jimmy Garvin, who was a heel, was Ron Garvin's brother. As you see, where after he burned him, everybody came in with the towels and everything. Oh, they played this so good. They don't do shit like this now. This is so sad because I just remember, what was it, last year or something like that? Asuka blew the mist in Bianca Belair's eyes. Then she wound up coming back and started swinging away, trying to fight, but it's like, no, she's out of it. Put the towel in her face and stuff like that. Try to water it down. Yada yada. She ain't coming back fighting nobody, but they see footage in the locker room, and Jimmy Garvin does come in, and they're like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here?" Precious helped out and got Brian to the car, and I think Barry drove with them, or Barry drove, and Jimmy Garvin was probably in the back with Ron, whatever, and they drove off, and he did a pro or interview later, said, "Hey, I'm not, don't remember the words, but it was pretty much, look, we didn't always see eye to eye, but that's my brother you burned, and now I'm coming for you." So that turned gorgeous Jimmy Garvin babyface. Uh, Other matches on that card was Bob Armstrong defeated Thunderfoot. It was Joel Deaton. Ivan Koloff, Dick Murdoch defeated Keith Patterson, Tommy Angel. NWA World Tag Team Champions Rick Rude and Manny Fernandez defeated Rock and Roll Express via reverse decision. NWA World Champion Ric Flair defeated United States Champion Nikita Koloff. On this date, 1994, in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum, Brian Christopher defeated Doug Gilbert to win the USWA title in a hair versus title match. Eddie Gilbert defeated Jerry Lawler via countout to win the USWA Unified World Championship. On this date in 1996, at the Mid-South Coliseum, Memphis, Tennessee, Jesse James Armstrong, of course you know him as Road Dogg, teaming up with Tracy Smothers, defeated PG-13, JC Ice, and Wolfie D. JC Ice, of course, is Jamie Dundee, the son of Phil Dundee, but it was Road Dogg, or Jesse James Armstrong, Tracy Smothers defeated PG-13 to win the USWA Tag Team Championship. Brian Christopher pinned Tommy Rich to win the USWA title. Jerry the King Lawler and Jeff Jarrett defeated Undertaker and Bret Hart via disqualification. The attendance was 1,100, the largest and sometime at the Mid-South Coliseum. Yes, kind of like a lot of territories, they were kind of real, especially at this time. This was during a wrestling recession a little bit. It was starting to pick back up, but the territories still was not doing too hot. All right. On this day in 1999, WWF St. Valentine's Day Massacre pay-per-view in Memphis, Tennessee at the Pyramid, drawing 19,028. Start match. Too Cool, Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor defeated Jeff and Matt, the Hardy Brothers. Viscera defeated Test by disqualification. Billy Gunn defeated Tiger Ali Singh, or Battle Tiger Ali Singh, to a no contest. Yeah, they were trying to push Tiger Ali Singh, and he wound up not being that good. Gold Dust defeated the Blue Mini, or Blue Dust at the time. Bob Holly defeated Al Snow to win the vacant WWF Hardcore Championship. Big Boss Man defeated Median. WWF World Tag Team Champions Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett defeated Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown. Val Venus defeated Ken Shamrock to win the WWF Intercontinental title. Kane and China defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley and X-Pac. WWF Heavyweight Champion Mankind battled Rocky Maivia to a no contest in a last man standing match. Steve Austin defeated Vince McMahon in a steel cage match. Of course, you see right there, it was the debut of the Big Show. Of course, they just call him by his real name, Paul White. Like I said, it was Paul White, and they kind of pumped him up pretty good. They said, hey, he's uh, the hot free agent at the time, left WCW. They got him, gave him a little, because he was kind of getting a little chunky there. Gave him a tummy tuck and all that. Made his debut at this pay per view. He, yeah, I think they did if I remember correctly, he came out from underneath the ring, threw Austin into the cage, which wound up opening up and helped Steve Austin escape. So this was his debut. Like I said, they called him Paul White. I think the next Raw, they call him the Big Show Paul White. They eventually quickly dropped the Paul White part, just call him the Big Show. And that's what he was known as for a lot of years. But now he's in AEW, back as Ditto Paul White. And that does it for this week's. This week's this week in wrestling history, or today in wrestling history. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff here. Like I said, during the '94, that 2 years, I didn't watch a whole lot of USWA. I didn't have Superstars of Wrestling no more. A buddy of mine had a satellite. Him and his brother had a satellite, and they record some ECW and USWA. So I got to see a little bit of that, but not much. Excuse me. I definitely remember the Cornette throwing a fireball into Ron Carver's face. Like I said, the mist and the fireball was two of the coolest things. I mean, I think the other week when I was talking about this, when I was talking about the sheet, I ain't looked on Amazon see if they even sell what they call it, flash paper, like magician's flash paper, which I think that's how they did it. But no, I didn't buy myself any, not yet. Maybe soon. Shh, not screw with somebody. But yeah, that's one of the cool things. And like I said, they did it perfectly. They cover his face. Even after the incident, they put bandages on his face and stuff like that. It was really sell him being burnt. Not just he got burnt and he seems to be fine today. I think AEW did something like that. I don't know if they did the fire or something else with um, Adam Page. That's why he had a word patch. Can't remember. Go ahead here, set up the watch along. Excuse me. So yeah, might have some memories of Lisa Talent. Probably nothing as far as what was actually going on. Share, copy. And like I said, this is the USWA TV February 12th, so I'm pretty close. 1994. This is the Evansville feed. That's just what it says in the title. There's the link to it. Did it again because I just lost my train of thought. Now, probably remember the talent stuff like that, but as far as angles, I would probably have no clue because I don't even remember this intro. This. I think the last one I seen was the USWA, and they was waving a flag. I think that was the last one. Get my tablet here. So I'm going to do a little countdown. So in five, four, three, two, one. Press play now. Let's, oh, I hope I don't screw anything up there. I forgot to push mute on the desktop, but I do got the tablet here. Dave Brown and Corey Mack. Yeah, that old man looks like he's having a ball. So I kind of mentioned this a few, one of the other times I was watching Memphis. I believe, I believe the feed we always got in Superstars Wrestling was the for Memphis because they would really promote um, the Mid South Coliseum show, even in the promos where they talk about the city they're in. And I've noticed when I watch a lot of stuff in on YouTube, it's usually the Indiana portion or maybe Louisville at times because they were most of the ones I see on YouTube. They're really pushing the Louisville Gardens or the where the uh, Evansville Coliseum, I think that's what it was called. I have no clues. I have no clue who this guy is. Ronnie Lotz. I don't think he. Let me know if you're a fan during the time. He seems like a straight up indie guy. That's really not. Yes. Is that the bald guy? Was he like one of the full blood? No, it looks like he was that guy in the full blood. Gosh, what's that dude's name? Of course, there's Brian Christopher there. We got 6 man tag. Okay, this one was a few times Moon Dogs were baby faces. So we got Doug Gilbert, Reggie B. Fine, and Skull. I guess Fault, on Crush or whatever. What's that dude's name? I don't have to Google. I don't like Google. No, or was he a bald? He was a baldy, full blooded Italian. Whoops, that would baby faces long. Yeah, is that Vito Lagrasso? I guess we can't. Dang, got Lawler trying to help out, but he's getting beat up by Doug Gilbert and somebody else. Who is that? Is that Mike Samples or something like that? Oh, he's trying to help his son out. Come on, guys. Of course, it wasn't common knowledge that he was his son, but like I said, if somebody was, is there anybody that watched this like a whole lot more than I did at the time? Did they at least tease the fact before, of course, before Doug Gilbert got ticked off and talking about oh, there's Eddie Gilbert. There we go. That's another legend. That dude needs to be in a Hall of Fame. But yeah, Doug Gilbert did that famous promo where he talked about Randy Hill smoking crack, Jerry Lawler assuming or supposedly liking the young girls, and the reason that Brian Christopher likes to uh, carry around all gets to carry around all those belts because he's Jerry Lawler's son. Now, didn't he own a lot of the video library of the USWA at one time as well? I thought there was like a huge. Yeah, there's like a huge, well, not huge, but a confusing situation where he I guess he owned USWA, then sold it, or owned the library and sold it to not Vince McMahon, not to WWE, but somebody else. Oh, I guess it's supposedly Sam. Okay, Sam Bass was uh, the manager of Jerry Lawler. Sam Bass unfortunately passed away in a car accident, but this was way before Jimmy Hart became Lawler's manager. And of course, later on, Jimmy Hart became an arch enemy of Jerry the King Lawler. Sure. Okay, I think that's Larry Latham right there. That's not Randy. That's not Randy Colley. That might be Spot or Cujo. No, that wasn't Cujo. Was it? yeah, it kind of got to the point they had a lot of pit bulls, or not pit bulls, but a lot of moondogs during early '90s. Obviously, up to this point in the Memphis area, Memphis territory. I mean, even their squash matches, they would be full of weapons and stuff like that. Really wasn't a fan of it. But apparently, they were definitely over enough to them to have the USWA World Tag Team titles on multiple occasions. I think he kept on. Got to cover that mouth up a little bit. Like I said, Eddie Gilbert, freaking legend. Gee, I wonder what's going to happen here. They stole the jackets. I thought they was going to rip them up. But yes, Eddie Gilbert definitely needs to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. At one time married to Missy Hyatt, and at one time married to Medusa Michele or Alundra Blaze. That right there, those two names should automatically put any male wrestler right in the Hall of Fame. You have that in your body count, especially especially at this time, especially in their prime. Yeah, but that's another person. How come they don't consider? I know they announced Michelle McCool is going to be in the Hall of Fame. I have no problem with it. It is what it is. Put some line on. There we go. There we go. Now you can really see me. I just look kind of creepy. And my background is lined up. It's not looking like I'm. May get another background or fix this one. But yeah, before there was even Miss Elizabeth, before Sunny, before Sable, there's Missy Hyatt. Missy Hyatt was a hell of a trailblazer. I wonder how true it was. I wonder if he really did have this obsession of being the next Jerry Lawler in Memphis. But speculation kind of make you think and say, could have could Eddie Gilbert been that guy in Memphis? Of course, I think it's a secret. Eddie Gilbert had his habits. I don't know. I don't know if it was really cocaine. I think it was not sure what his drug of choice was. Might have been pills. but he died way too early. He could have kept his head straight and everything. He could have been could still be one of the creative people in any major promotion. Yeah, see, I totally missed off. There was an angle where it's very famous where Eddie Gilbert ran over Jerry Lawler. It's been repeated, duplicated, but don't have the same effect as it did back in that day. I think it was like 87, 88, I believe he did that. I mean, I remember being a kid watching at home where he did that, and I'm like, holy crap. But yeah, see, that's Jimmy Hart, so that's probably 84, 85 ish. So they've been, feuding for a long time, off and on. And for a long time, I didn't know that Jerry Calhoun was Jerry Lawler's brother-in-law. Oh, Iron Mike Sharp, Lanny Poffo, Randy Savage. Okay, this is during their, I said it was the A7 or something like that. Yeah, I think that actually was the North American title that, or TV title that Eddie Gilbert held at the time. Then he was let go by Global, so he's like, oh, I'll be the global heavyweight champion here in Memphis. This is, of course, way before internet, so you didn't exactly know that Eddie Gilbert was fired. You just go on there and you seen it on ESPN, but ESPN would say, "Oh, we fired Eddie Gilbert." So yeah, that's Jamie Dundee, uh, the son of Jamie or Bill Dundee, and they kind of started doing the musicians, I guess, and the record companies were starting to crack down on the use of copyright music, even in wrestling. So they used the same beat but did their own rap for the hip hop parade, whatever, or no, Jump by was it House of Pain? But yeah, it's a quick little history. Okay, that's Todd Morton. Uh, Supposedly the brother of Ricky Morton. I think it was proven that he is, or could be, or it's not been disproven that he was Ricky Morton's brother. Of course, we're wearing the Rock and Roll Express bandanas, tights, everything, gimmick, And Tony Williams right there, he was actually the first tag team partner of Brian Christopher. Guess they was trying to push him as a babyface tag team at the time. They called themselves the New Kids. Of course, at the time, New Kids on the Block was the popular thing. The boy band thing was going on. Well, a few years, the '80s version of the boy bands, or '80s, early '90s, early '90s boy band. In other words, before uh, the backseat boys of NSYNC or whatever the hell. And Wolfie D, he would he'd get a little he picked up another gimmick uh later on, shaved his head, he put in like a contact in one of his eyes, called himself Slash, member of the Disciples of the New Church. Is that it? The one with Sinister Minister or James Vanderberg or whatever he called himself at the time. Early TNA. Actually made an appearance as Slash at a NWA Wildside at one time. But yeah, Brian Christopher wound up turning the heel on Tony Williams. That began his singles push, and Tony Williams just kind of became a enhancement talent. And that's obviously not Jerry Calhoun. I didn't catch the name of that referee. So yeah, basically, uh, PG-13. If you can't tell, two white boys who was doing the hood gimmick, uh, rapping gimmick, way before, way before Public Enemy, before John Cena was doing his rapping. PG-13 was doing it, and they actually became very popular. They started off as heels and then became baby faces. But I remember when Jamie Dundee first came out and PG-13 did first come out. Uh, Especially Jamie Dundee. Dundee was so annoying, so cringe. And yeah, especially early Wolfie or early Jamie Dundee, JC Ice, he it was so annoying that sometimes you would want to just change the channel. Go for that hubcap. Oh shoot! One, two, three. Upset win for the Todd Morton and Tony Williams. It's like, no, you used a hubcap, dummy. Uh-oh. Also, an interesting fact about JCI is he made appearances on the Jerry Springer show, playing a couple of different characters. He went to the media department and found, uh, come on, man. Now, if he said trailer park, that would have been believable. Let's see, 1994. Oh, okay, that's way okay. Yeah, that's right. That's way before Kid Rock and Slim Shady, Eminem. So I don't guess the whole trailer park rap thing was over. Well, we're gonna see a split of the PG-13. Okay, so he's not gonna be a. So he's done. I still be your friend. It's not gonna be your partner. All right, I dig it, brother, but I'm still gonna beat the hell out of you with this hubcap, putting the sneakers to him. All right. Yeah, we got a little gash right there in the eye, don't we? About to. Turned his head, looked like he was at poor desk or desks. I ain't no telling how many desks they went through. Oh, that one seems pretty sturdy. Eddie Marlin, who's this little pipsqueak? Memphis Memory. Yeah, from what I'm hearing, Memphis, Tennessee is probably oh, excuse me, kind of a crime-ridden town now. Sputnik Road. Yep, that's the original Heavenly Bodies, Don and Al Green. There's a oh, excuse me, Jerry Jarrett and Tojo Yamamoto. Lance Russell. A young picture of Lance Russell. Jackie Fargo. Fabulous Ones. Hulk Hogan. Austin Idol. Okay, this is not sure if he's ever defended belt. I know there was a couple times where Jack Briscoe was the Southern Heavyweight Champion in Memphis. But yes, at one time, Memphis was a territory of the NWA. Then I think the falling out mainly was because they didn't want to put the belt on Jerry Lawler. The champion only ever came to Memphis, I think. If I remember correctly. But a lot of it was Jarrett would always politic for Jerry Lawler, to have a run, but they never did want to pull the trigger on it because Jerry wanted to stay in Memphis because it's part of the business there. So they kind of pulled out, then kind of and really partnered up with the AWA. They were an AWA territory. The AWA Southern Tag Team titles, the AWA Southern Champion. And they finally gave Jerry Lawler the AWA World title because that's Ron Bass. Is that Reggie be fine again? Doug Gilbert? Oh, okay. They're showing a little bit of highlights of all the times that damn Gilbert went there talking about carrying Jerry Lawler's bags. Come on, it's his dad. Of course he's gonna carry his bags. Doug carried your bags probably because he is a good little brother. Here we go. Time to throw hands and hand into shoulder into the corner post. Here we go. Man, it's so underrated. Not talked about. Not as much as he should be. Pretty good mind for the business. I think it's just that last little, I guess, run and when ECW Eastern Championship Wrestling first started. Uh, I guess the Philadelphia crowd didn't care for Memphis, and he would do a lot of Memphis type stuff in ECW. That's what I heard. I didn't watch a whole lot, of course, of Eastern Championship Wrestling until, of course, mid '90s, late '90s. The classic Riviera steak. It's a steakhouse in Japan. All the wrestlers back in the day had those jackets, especially ones that, of course, I went to Japan. Road Warriors, Bruiser Brody. I think I seen there was a picture. I think he actually came out to the ring with one time. Me, Mark Ellis, or way before he came to the Undertaker. Steve Dr. Death Williams, Ted DiBiase, Terry Gordy, of course. I think then Doug. I don't think it was New Japan All Japan. I think it was Wings, the Wings promotion, the Wing promotion in Japan. Now, this is where Doug was kind of getting a little niche for himself a little bit, being the I guess the goofy, uh, crazy brother of uh, yeah, crazy, loose cannon type deal a little bit of the where Eddie Gilbert was the money guy, I guess, but he was kind of the crazy, tough, goofy guy. Not really goofy, but just crazy. And yes, we found out earlier tonight he did win that match. He didn't have to shave his head. Yeah, unfortunately, he passed on. But I don't know. It's like when the Too Cool came out, they was doing kind of the hip hop gimmick. Then they brought in Rikishi, and Scotty Too Hotty kind of overshadowed Ryan Christopher. I think that's Frank. Is that Frank Morel, the Angel referee? Yeah, Coco Beware against Robert Gibson. Coco a heel here? Or so? Yeah, I guess he's a heel. He's like, okay, I'm done with this. That those pants. When he was part of High Energy with Owen Hart, they wore those big pajama parachute. Well, not I guess not parachute pants. Not enough zippers. I guess for parachute pants. The big baggy MC Hammer pants. That was the but colorful. Probably not as expensive. Excuse me. But yeah, we got one half of the Rock and Roll Express versus one half of the High Energy. Yeah, Coco Beware had a thing about wanting to sing during his promos. especially after Pile Driver album came out. Coco wasn't a guy that if you FA, he definitely let you FO. Uh, don't test him. He can handle himself. I think there was a video where it was in Memphis, and the enhancement talent kind of, I don't know what happened. Did something to make Coco mad. Coco lay some shots in. It wasn't really too ginger with that brainbuster, Ghostbuster move, whatever he called it, Ghostbuster. But it was a brainbuster. Another guy who had probably one of the best drop kicks in the world too was Coco Beware. Uh, Coco got a international object. Also, heard a story. I think it's Ricky Morton telling it or Debbie Young telling it that Robert Gibson he is a scrapper too. You know, there was a few times where Ricky or I guess Ricky Morton made somebody mad and oh, come on, we didn't see the finish. Guess I'll be next week. But yes, that was USWA in 1994. Seen the split of PG-13. I think they wind up getting back together. I guess can't remember. Can't remember everything I read in the magazines and stuff like that. It's like I said, it did have superstars wrestling at the time, and I was a teenager doing teenager stuff, all in good fun. But definitely, I will say I did love some old school Memphis back in the day, back in the 80s. Did look like I guess it was like a lot of territories. This was probably the last standing territory. 94, I think Smoky Mountain was still around, barely hanging on, barely hanging on. I think they wound up doing a Memphis versus or USWA versus Smoky Mountain feud, and that was probably the last little thing that Smoky Mountain did. Yeah, I should kind of have something to say. I ain't anything yet. Worst thing that one of the worst things to drink on an empty tummy is soda. Should have, guess I could have got tap water, but nothing is tap water. I just need some ice, especially if it's filtered and all that good stuff. But yeah, so yeah, my memories of this, but I do remember a lot of the talent there. Like I said, Tony Williams was the original partner. Actually, at one time too, Todd Morton teamed with his brother Ricky Morton as the new Rock and Roll Express. He on his Google machine, see if that has anything. My my memory of Todd Morton. Oh gosh, I went to one of those WCW TV tapings at Center Stage in Atlanta. Me and a buddy did, and Todd Morton went up against Brian Pillman, and Brian Pillman just became a horseman, was doing that loose cannon gimmick, and he would basically the whole match was Brian Pillman chopping and beating the hell out of Todd Morton. Um, just laid in those chops. I mean, Brian Pillman, he could have chopped with the best of them. Go back and watch some of his old stuff. But yeah, he could chop with the best of them. I think he gave Todd Morton a pile driver, laid down, pulled Todd Morton on top of himself. Referee count one, two, and kick. Of course, Pillman's going to kick out. And he's like, "Oh, that was close." Then started landing kicks to him again and wind up pinning Todd Morton. But it was yeah, WCW Saturday Night TV taping. Definitely, I don't think I'm going to show it here because of the whole copyright thing. Maybe I can pull around, pull it sometime. I don't see he has a Wikipedia page. I think there's a couple YouTube videos of him, right? Interviews with him. So I might check that out one day. But yeah, they Ricky and Tom Morton, teamed together in Memphis and in Continental. But kind of pretty much stayed in the Tennessee area. I don't say anything if he was his brother or not. I don't see a Wikipedia page. And I hate pulling up pages sometimes and it's like nothing but advertisement. Freaking annoying. Bloody annoying, I say. little news bit, real world type news. Kind of caught my attention. So I glanced at it, didn't read the whole article. Just got the headline there. Maybe I'll get around to reading it one day, time today, this evening maybe. Let's see. So next week, yes, it'll be back to the usual time. Saturday, I'm going to, or tomorrow night, excuse me, going to Monroe, Georgia, and Southern Fried Championship Wrestling. And then next Saturday, going to another independent show. This time it's going to be a fundraiser for a security guard. If you go to just about any independent show in Georgia, I think he's probably one of the security guards there. A guy by the name of Rodney Hicks. Is it Nick? People call him Bull. Uh, but he had some heart problems recently, extended stays at the hospital. So they're doing a charity event for him next Saturday. Let's see. The promoter for promoter owner of Southern Fried. Let's see. Pull it back up. Showed somebody earlier. Now, there it is. So yeah, so it's a live pro wrestling for the Rodney Hicks fundraiser in Cornelia, Georgia, next Saturday at the OSWA Arena. Address is 205 Commerce Parkway, Cornelia, Georgia. Tickets $20, $10 for kids 6 through 12. Kids under 5 free. Cash only. No machines, no card machines there. But so yeah, that'll be a show I'll be going to next weekend. I haven't more what's up and stuff like that. I haven't had too many conversations with the guy. He seems pretty cool. My brother, he's usually the talkative one. He talks to everybody. He's a little, but yeah, believe it or not, yeah, I have a brother that's way more talkative than I am. I'm not the go-getter talker to everybody and things of that sort. But anyway, believe that does it for this evening's Wrestling Gold Friday night. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Next week, of course, back to the regular schedule, 8 p.m. Start time for Wrestling Gold Friday night. Like I said, if you didn't join me in the chat, leave a comment in the comment section because this will be available to watch anytime anybody wants to. Also, if you dug it, click on that thumbs up button. Also, be a champ. Click on that subscribe button along with the notification bell. That way, when I release new videos, you can be notified of that and enjoy yourself watching that. Other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw Recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show live stream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show live stream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.